So it seems a little crazy to me. You have shootings that happen in Kentucky all the time. But you just had this recent shooting where you had the abuser or the accused abuser. They were saying the guy was abusing somebody. They got an emergency protective order. He kills the mother. He kills the daughter. And then he runs off. And then when they catch him, he kills himself. So that just happened in Elizabethtown, in E-Town. But I got a whole bunch of other things here, stories, and so I'll just read the headlines and then just kind of one at a time talk about each one. Louisville judge sets a $500,000 cash bond for a man charged in a triple shooting on Baxter Avenue. Well, okay, that just happened. Then you have man accused of shooting neighbor at a Bronson apartment complex. This is Bronson, Kentucky. A 50-year-old man is in custody after his neighbor was found dead outside of his apartment. This is Pulaski County Sheriff Bobby Jones. That's what he said on the apartment complex, 1700 block, Highway 90. Then you have law enforcement searching for a man involved in an officer-involved shooting in Carroll County. Then you have 2 people are injured during a shooting inside a bar in Covington. Covington. This is the same motherfucker. I'm going to get in trouble because I had a warrant for my arrest because I had went and checked out a book in a Covington library, and then I had to move to Cleveland because I was homeless. Nobody gets in trouble for me being homeless, but I guess I left the book there, took the book with me, I don't know. But 10 years later, I get arrested because of that damn library book. This is a shooting in Covington. A shooting in Covington is a lot, you know, that's a real fucking crime. Oh, he took a library book, huh? A $20 fucking library book? A fucking warrant? You think that might be a little bit of overkill? Suspect arrested in connection with Lexington shooting. So there's a shooting in Louisville, in Lexington, in Covington. There's one in Bronson. I think there's one in Pike County too. Yep, KSP investigates Pike County deadly shooting. So it's like the big cities and the real poor rural areas. E-Town is like right where the big fucking penitentiary is. So it's the courthouse, it's the judges, it's the cops. You have all these officials. That's when and it's a bunch of white folks too, right? So white folks are shooting each other right there in the middle of all these authority figures. Well, how could that be? That doesn't make sense. You have the judges and the prosecutors and all the police officers. Sidney, Kentucky. An investigation is underway after police responded to a home in Pike County. And it happened Wednesday at a home on North Big Creek Road in Sydney. According to the Kentucky State Police, one man was found shot, pronounced dead on the scene. And the man that was killed was identified as 41-year-old William Cheney. So RIP to William Cheney. Who did it? Nobody knows. It's Pike County. The investigation into what led up to this shooting is ongoing. Well, it seems like you know nothing. You know nothing whatsoever. This is reported August 17th, 2024. So it just seemed like incredible to me that the E-Town shooting had like 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking articles. 50 fucking articles about people talking about the E-Town shooting. What? Somebody fucking lost their shit? This shit happens all across America. And it was just done with a pistol, so it's not even like you're not going to you get rid of the AR-15s and shit. You're not going to stop this dumb crazy shit from happening. So let's go with each one of the articles. I feel like I missed 1 or 2 of them, so we'll just, I'm overloading the system here. 2 people injured during shooting inside a bar in Covington. This is August 18th, 3 days ago. 2 people were shot inside a bar, Covington, early Sunday morning, said Lieutenant Justin Bradbury with the Covington Police Department. This is Northern Kentucky. Bradbury said officers were called to Box Billards. Box Billards, I mean, it's at a bar, right? They're all getting drunk. A bar on DeCourcy Avenue. You know, if you had marijuana bars, then people would just be hungry, happy, and sleepy. They would just eat a bunch of Doritos and then, you know, fall asleep on the couch. That's what would happen. But you got a bunch of alcoholics, you know, motherfuckers. So we're encouraging alcoholism and people getting aggressive and insane and stupid. Box Billards. A bar on DeCourcy Avenue, East 36th Street, around 36th Street, so that's way far back, around 1:30 a.m. 2 people were found inside the bar with gunshot wounds. Both were taken to the UC Medical Center. Bradbury didn't know their current condition. Bradbury said no one is in custody, but there is also no threat to the public at this time. How could that be? There's nobody in custody. Somebody shot somebody. Did they get shot by somebody and then they ran off? Or you're trying to tell me that they're at the hospital and they can't escape the hospital? Oh, there is no danger to the public right now. Good. You caught him and you put him in jail. No, he's free, and or she, and they can do it again if they want to. But don't you worry. Your pretty little faces about all this stupid, dumbass violence. Law enforcement searching for a man involved in officer-involved shooting. Officer-involved shooting, a lot of times that means they shot the person, right? 40-year-old Justin Osborne, Carroll County Sheriff's Office said that 40-year-old Justin Osborne was involved in a Sunday night shooting. They're trying to locate him. He's a Caucasian male believed to have ties to Worthville, Carroll County, and Glasgow, Barron County. So, what's the damn story? It's they were shooting at him and he shot back. KSP said that Osborne is considered armed and dangerous and the public should not attempt to approach him. So there is some danger to, Covington. Maybe he drove up. Covington's an hour away. Louisville's an hour south. Covington's an hour north. Carroll County is a tiny little county on the river. It's actually right where the Kentucky River begins. Anyone with information regarding Osborne's whereabouts are asked to contact the local law enforcement. Let's see, officer involved shooting, Worthville, near a home on Happy Hollow Lane. Happy Hollow Lane at around 9:30. What's this Happy Hollow, down at the Hollow? Happy Hollow Lane. Justin Osborne, 40 years old. And then it said Worthville, no injuries have been reported, but an investigation. So no fucking details at all. Officer involved shooting. Well, we were shooting at this guy and he ran away. What happened? Well, he said my mama was fat. And I was like, you ain't gonna talk about my mama. So then I started shooting. Is that it? What officer involved shooting? That's pretty one-sided headline there, and that tells us no details at all. And they're the cops. They should tell us every fucking detail in the world. Not only should they tell us the detail, but they should have the videotape. The fact that we know so little. Or is it just these damn authors? Bronstein, Kentucky. So it just happened, and they just have, Jaskar Rezuski, resident at the apartment, was arrested and charged with murder, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. He was lodged in a Pulaski County Detention Center without bond. Jaskar Rezuski is set to be arraigned on Monday. Well, that sounds very Pulaski-like, right? So you got just Kevin J. We'll just say Kevin Jaskar Rezuski. So Kevin Jaskar Rezuski, they say, had shot somebody. Body of Myron Flanagan. So they found the body of Myron Flanagan near his apartment, an apartment complex, 1700 block, Highway 90. So these shootings are happening all over the place. All over the place. This is Andy Beshear, right? The governor who might have become the, vice president. Kentucky State Police looking for suspect in a Carroll County officer-involved shooting. So the guy's bald. They forgot that Justin Osborne, he is Caucasian male. He looks like he's got a beard, but he could easily cut that off and shave. He's got messy hair, but he's bald. He's bald, and he's just got like a tiny little tuft of hair right there in the center. And he's mad. He's looking off to the side. So they already got, a mugshot at the guy. 9:30 p.m. near a home on Happy Hollow Lane. Nobody was injured during the shooting. So Justin Osborne was identified. They're looking for him. They've been looking for him since Monday night, so 2 days ago. He's believed to have ties in Worthville, Worthlessville in Carroll County, and Glasgow in Barron County. Diane Sawyer was from Glasgow. I wonder if he's hanging out with Diane Sawyer's family. Osborne was considered armed and dangerous, should not be approached by the public. They said call your local law enforcement if you see Justin Osborne. You know what? I bet you nobody really pays attention to any of it. People are just like, oh my, no way. What? And then that'll be the end of that. Louisville, Kentucky. A Louisville man was caught in the crossfire during a shooting Sunday morning outside a popular stretch of late-night bars on Baxter Avenue. And he said he's lucky to be alive. Jeremy Powers is a Louisville native, like many other nights before, enjoying a Saturday night out with friends. On his way home, Powers and his friends were driving down Baxter in the Highlands. Powers said he was focused on the traffic in front of him. He started to hear gunshots. All of a sudden, it was just ping, ping, ping. Ping, 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 ping. Powers said he didn't know he was in the middle of a shooting until a bullet landed inside of his vehicle. And then a bullet just landed on my dashboard. A bullet bounced off of our touchscreen and falls into the purse of the front seat passenger. Well, what is this? It looks like a damn bullet. That's when we realized something was going on, and by then already cleared everything. Powers' car is now in the shop with 4 bullet holes in his passenger side doors and 1 through the back bumper. He said the mechanic dislodged 1 bullet from his car. Another bullet hole has been found in the front passenger seat. So somebody shot the car. Ping, 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 ping. Oh, what the hell? Are we being shot at? Shaken up that night, Powers stayed up when he saw the news start to come out. He said he realized the bullet holes in his car were likely connected to the bullets that killed 2 men and injured another. So 2 men were killed on Baxter Avenue. Wrong place, wrong time. Maybe the right place, right time, because now you're in the middle of this. Louisville Metro Police spokesperson John Bradley said that officers responded to the 900 block of Baxter between Highland and Broadway, 1:45 a.m. Sunday. After the report of shots fired, they found Michael Batchelor Jr., 20, shot and killed, and then Monte Wade, 29, was located nearby, transported by EMS to U of L Hospital, where he later died. So RIP to Monte Wade and Michael Batchelor Jr., 20. A third man who has not been identified arrived by a private vehicle to Norton Women and Children's Hospital, but he's expected to survive. Powers said it was nothing short of a miracle. The 3 people in his car weren't hurt or killed. You're bystanders, you know, so in a way, yeah, I guess that's true. But what the fuck happened? Who the fuck's the killer? Who's the shooter? Do we have a fucking killer on somebody else? Is there a third person? The third person was it the private vehicle at the Norton Women and Children's Hospital? Is that who is there? I mean, give me a fucking break. There's a fucking shooting. There was a beef. There was an argument. Somebody's trying to rob somebody. There's a damn explanation to the story. It's like they missed the forest through the trees. Louisville Metro Police said Richie Williams, 37, was arrested Thursday and charged with the murder of Wade and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Police said it was still investigating Batchelor Jr.'s death. Okay, so Richie Williams. They're saying Richie Williams had something to do with this. And then anybody who has any information is supposed to call the tip line, 502-574-LMPD. So RIP to Michael Batchelor Jr., RIP to Monte Wade. And the third person they said just went to the hospital. And then Richie Williams. Richie Williams is just sitting there shooting everybody. He shot Michael, shot Monte, shot this other third person, and then shot the car that was driving by. My God, how many damn bullets did he have? And then how'd they figure out who he was? Like, Jay Vontae, suspect arrested in connection with the Lexington shooting. Shooting happened Thursday around 9:30 a.m. in the area of Glen Arvin and Georgetown Road. Police say officers found a male victim in the area who had been shot. Life-threatening. No word on his current condition, though. According to the police, 32-year-old Javante Briscoe was arrested Thursday on charges of assault, convicted felon in possession of a handgun, possession of marijuana, and possession of a controlled substance. He is currently being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. So, you know, make of that what you will. And then you got the Richie Williams, 37-year-old Richie Williams. So, $500,000 cash bond for Richie Williams. So, Richie Williams probably won't get out. He probably didn't have. The bond will now be $500,000, full cash, plus HIP if you're able to post that. I don't know what HIP, and absolutely no contact with the family and the location. District Court Judge Lisa Langford said, what? Just say that he's not going to get out. Like, just make it unlimited, or just $15 billion or something, plus HIP. What is that? House in Patrol, House in, I don't even know what, and plus HIP. Well, what's HIP? What is HIP? You think they'll figure it out? What is HIP? Let's see. Very modern. Okay. HIP to be square. No, what is HIP as an acronym? Come on, goddamn Google, you're slipping. Siri would tell me. Siri would tell me. Well, it's not coming up. So HIP, you need to give me $500,000 plus HIP if you can post that. And then you're not allowed to contact anybody. So you're going to have to do it by telepathy while you're sitting in your jail cell. Just by telepathy, tell your millionaire uncle that he needs to bail you out. Langford refused to lower Williams' bond, saying the crimes Williams is charged with are too serious. Yeah, 2 people are dead. He shot a fucking car. Another person was shot. Hopefully the other person lives, right? It's tragic and senseless. He's being accused of this stuff. That doesn't mean he's guilty, though, right? So there could be, the murder could still be out there. And then the guy's talking about how the bullet just landed in his cupboard or some shit. I felt like he could spread a positive message through the music he was providing. The music. McDowell had turned his life around with Bosses Not Bangers. Former gang member Demetrius McDowell. He said he got to chat with Bachelor, also known as rapper EST Lou Mike, before he passed. Community members said he performed at the KFC Yum Center with ESTG. So EST Lou Mike and ESTG. What is EST? What is going on? What the hell is going on? You got a bunch of gangs in Louisville. And so not only do you have gangs, but the cops aren't fucking stopping any of the crimes. The cops are just, after the fact, maybe they'll, arrest the person. But then you'll go into prison, and, it was prison anyways, right? You'll go into prison, and you'll go and hang out with your gang in prison. I felt like he could spread a positive message through the music he was providing. There's this guy, and then they say, what, dead men tell no tales. They also can't tell the truth. Right? So they can't lie. They can't just get up and be like, he was shooting at me, even though he wasn't shooting at him. It was just a couple warning shots from behind his house straight up into the air. He was running after me and shooting at me. I was so scared. You lying motherfucker. I felt like he could spread a positive message through the music he was providing. He was very interested, but time didn't permit that. The death of EST Lou Mike is the second death within the EST group in the last month. In July, 31-year-old Devontae Beach was found shot to death inside a car on Main Street, just a few blocks away from the KFC Yum Center, hours after ESTG's sold-out concert. Beach is listed on social media as the booking agent for ESTG. LMPD said the two are gang members and longtime friends. ESTG has more than 1 million followers on social media, and the EST in his name stands for Everybody Shine Together. Well, that sounds nice. Hey, everybody, let's just shine together. LMPD had a heavy presence outside the KFC Yum Center for Everybody Shine Together G's concert with at least 80 officers. The homicide unit is investigating Beach's death, but there aren't any suspects. Fucking bang up job there, cops. Back in 2021, I was just walking to the damn store, the fucking LMPD fucking jumped me for no fucking reason. So the damn cops are a bunch of gangsters, the citizens are gangsters, everybody's a fucking gangster, huh? So if you're an angel, if you're a good person, you're gonna have to look out for everybody. And back in 2021, the FBI, LMPD made a major drug trafficking bust involving members of Everybody Shine Together. 10 people from Everybody Shine Together were indicted for federal gun drug charges, including selling meth and fentanyl, cocaine, and heroin. Investigators said the group is a major gang in the city fueled by drug money. Agents said Eric Mosley was the leader of the conspiracy, supplying large amounts of the drugs to distributors operating in Louisville and surrounding areas. The distributors would then dispense the drugs to lower-level distributors and users. Yeah, like a fucking pyramid scheme. I got you. Who's the top dog? Who's the kingfish? It's probably some fucking Caucasian out in fucking Newburgh, Mississippi. The Zayman Taylor coordinated directed acts of violence, rival gang members. LMPD hasn't commented on the Highlands shooting. They won't say if it's gang-related. Paul Humphrey told state lawmakers gangs remain a real issue in the city. Mayor Craig Greenberg also said Louisville definitely has a gang problem while many questions remain. Yeah, the school system fucking sucks. The cops fucking suck. The economy is going, fucking all the inflation, everything's twice, 3 times the fucking price. LMPD has not commented on whether the Baxter Avenue shooting is the result of gang violence. Are we as a society about to burst at the seams? Or is that just what it feels like because it's election year? Everybody's kind of talking a bunch of, shit. But hours after it happened, Louisville Metro Councilman Ben Reno Weber said it was Metro Police believe this was a targeted hit stemming from a long-standing conflict rather than an isolated incident that evening. Family members of the victims disagree. One of Wade's relatives tells WDRB the victims were not in a gang. However, it's been a struggle for them to find a place for the funeral services because of that perception. Funeral homes and churches don't want to accept the deceased because they feel like something in turn will happen. So you got two gang members, Demetrius McDowell, Monte Wade, stand next to Michael Batchelor Jr., and they were gunned down in a triple shooting on Baxter in Louisville, Kentucky. This happened August 11th, 10 days ago. 10 days ago this happened. The shooting in the early morning hours of August 11th in the 900 block. First officers, they found 3 victims. One man who is dead, another one taken to U of L Hospital where he died. A third victim was taken to Norton Women and Children's Hospital. LMPD said Williams was arrested with help from the department's fugitive unit, homicide unit, air unit, SWAT, as well as officers from the Shively Police Department. 15,000 police officers were on this, huh? You finally did something, huh? It only took you 15,000. LMPD homicide detectives continue to search for suspects in Batchelor's death. And there you go. There's a August 2024 update on some of the shootings that have been happening. Shit happens all the time. Happens all over the fucking place. And banning AR-15s ain't gonna do shit to stop